more years, and we're all gonna know why, when, where, how, and who gets to go. Let's all have a good time before the break night. Things will start separating come 2025. So look for the Santa Cruz. You won't make the front page news. That depends upon which side that you choose. There's a cat cry.
What do you think about that, dude?
It's wild, bro. It's wild. I saw that, I think, when you posted in the Telegram, but I hadn't seen it before that.
Yeah. Sure. It's just...
Coincidence.
Sure.
Sure.
Yo, shout out. Hold on. I got okay. Yeah, shout out Esme. Happy New Year's, Esme. Her chat I can't see it, but she made a comment. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How's everyone?
This year is gonna be my year. I know I say that every year for the past 50 years, but this year is gonna be the one. Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure too. Is it happy? It's Happy New Year, right? I don't know why people say Happy New Year's often. I just had to correct that title on my on the restream because I put Happy New Year's with an S, and I'm like, that don't make sense.
Is that bad? New Year's?
I don't know why people. I don't know what's going on with that sort of syntax there. That
you say, hey, it's a new. I feel like it's proper in some cases.
Singular is, I feel like, more proper though, right?
Sure. If you're asking me about grammatical...
New Year's Eve, now that's different. But that's like a possessive.
Yeah, that's why I don't say Merry Christmas. I say Merry Christmas.
Christmas?
I don't know.
I just take out the T because I like to celebrate it as if it's my own holiday. Merry Christmas.
It's all about you.
Always.
Always. And always.
I brought one funny clip for us to watch.
Oh, really? I got a funny.
Just one. Like I was like trying to get it. Like, of course, I think I have more time than I do. And then as soon as like my brother starts texting me Happy New Year, and by the time I'm done texting a little back and forth with him, I'm like, damn, I have 10 minutes.
Oh, by the way, and I have some awesome shares to really blow people's minds. The last show we did was pretty fire.
Yeah, we are getting better at this as the days go by.
Yeah, we're dominating the internet, bro. I mean, the streets are talking, dude. The digital streets are talking, man.
There is word on the streets.
I got a coffee this morning. They already knew my name.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, probably because I go there every day, but still.
I mean, it's amazing.
Kind of a local celebrity. I'm kind of a big deal.
It's like Cheers in real life.
Yes, except it's coffee. Yeah, but our last show was awesome, man. And Silas and Raygun dominated. They did very well. They did great. I mean, they did amazing.
Always do. They're great guys.
Yeah, and so check out Silas Speaks. He has some good stuff come out recently, and keep forgetting Raygun's thing, something about simplified
symbolism.
Yes. So can I get into some stuff, or do you want to play a funny?
You get into some stuff, and then whenever we might need it, whenever we need like a little comic relief, or I feel like something might fit, I'll be like, well, let me pull this a little short. up real fast.
All right. So something I'm going to get into. This is an old like flow decode that I did before. I just want to bring it back so that people are aware. And this will blow your minds. Okay. So like the Hebrew word Raman or Ramani means pomegranate. Okay, it's going to make sense in a minute. It's a significant term in the Hebrew language. Okay, so just letting you know, right? When I'm bringing this old world flow back, you guys know what I like in terms of that, right? Raman, right? Assyria and all that, Hadad and Baal, right? Okay, cool. Think on that. Pomegranate, if you really dig, it's indigenous to America. I know they'll tell you it's Iran and all this stuff. They say everything starts from Iran and all that. Cool. If you believe that, great. But there's going to be some differences here. Now, and biblically speaking, I'll show you some of the before they changed it to the apple 100 years ago, just recently, the Garden of Eden and all that story. It was known as the pomegranate. They changed it rather recently. Okay. Look into it. So Roman, right? We'll look into how they, basically are in Arizona, and let's see, and we'll look into some Tucson relics. Okay, so and here we go. We'll just look. I mean, just on the top. Back in the day, they say Romans went to Calelus. Remember that, Calelus.
Kalalus.
Putting the loose in things like Louisiana. The loose in all these. I know the fancy way is Louis. We have to get out of this. We're taught a certain way, and we can't be thrown off by the way they teach. So it's look at like Lewis, Americanize it. You know what I mean? What's up, Lou? That kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So the Lou in Louisiana and a whole bunch of other things. So we're going to need the Calelus, and there's artifacts to back this up. It's kind of like I'll get into the wordology in a minute, and we'll look into the artifacts in a second. But I found this really great article. I don't know this person, but this person crushed it. Okay, it's Jewish related. All right. Okay, and also if you guys are into Greek, I'm not a Greek. I don't like Greek. I like pre-Greek. I like the Pele.
No one likes the Greeks. Let's be honest. No one really likes the Greeks.
I like the Pele dude.
Just kidding.
Yeah, shout out to the chat, yo. So I'm gonna get into some stuff. I'll say what's up to the chat, but there's a lot here, so let me try and just run through this.
Yeah, I've been holding it down. I'm making sure they all know.
Okay, a while ago I broke down. I forgot what cyclone means, but I know. So if you look into things like I'm gonna get ahead of myself. Let me just go slow here, okay?
You mean what the etymology of cyclone would be?
Well, I broke this down a while ago, but I'll get into this in a second. I have a whole etymology flow.
Okay.
Well, shit. I'll just get into it now. And well, actually, that goes into when I get. Okay, I'll hold it. I got a whole thing here. I'm just pumped. So anyway, bye.
Awesome.
Ari, remember Ari? So these artifacts were found, right? And they had writings in Latin, Greek, Hebrew, and Catholic and Jewish ritual objects and symbols, right? This is a book, Caligulus, the Roman Jewish colony in America from the time of Charlemagne through Alfred the Great, right? So Carl, right? When you see things like Carl, you see Charles, you see Jarl, right? That's important. And I would change that to a K when you're looking at car, just change it to a K.
And I'll give everyone a little inside knowledge about me that I'm not sure is even. I'm sure it's not even real, because I doubt any of the DNA stuff, genetic, like 23andMe stuff is real. But apparently, I don't even know if Charlemagne was actually a character or an amalgamation of characters. My cousin did one of those things for one of my grandparents once, and I should have murdered her for it, but she did it without asking. But apparently it traced her back to some Charlemagne relationship, which was odd. I didn't expect that, but I should have.
There's a lot of, back in the day, it's hard. There's a lot of cousins doing cousin things back in the day. I don't think any demographic can get away from that at some point back in the day. I bet you there was some. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
if he existed, the story was he had just so many wives and princesses and whatnot that he was messing around with that he sent one over to Canada. That's the story, and that's how something like my one grandmother would have then been in that line. So who knows?
I believe he was a person, but he also went by many other names as well. We're talking about, and of course, timelines aren't as they say, but
yeah, exactly.
That's Charlemagne's a whole beautiful rabbit hole to go down if you can look at it with a decoder lens. And you guys, if you've been around, you've heard me mention like Carolinas. I mentioned Cairo, right? This is where you get Cairo. The Cairo key, the Cherokee, you see Carl right there. Car.
And right. You see, why that's interesting. The only reason it actually resonates a little with me is because when you used to say that when I told you my last name, like the Ciardiello, like CIAR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, when you started saying Cara at the end for my last name, I was like, oh yeah, I guess that kind of might make sense a little bit.
Yeah, dude. There's your verbal connection.
Yeah.
Vernacular and all that. Theodoric of Narbonne. You have Macur, Todros ben Judah, right? Magnaria Amar. Ever heard of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at now anyway. Just to let you know, like, this is a side note, like Missouri, right? The name Missouri, the state. Just look up in Arabic, MZR. Missouri. It's pronounced Missouri. So that just kind of reminded me of that. So you have a lot of Arabic in my opinion, like Kentucky. Like I have this amazing book on Kentucky, and Kentucky was a lot larger than it used to be. Kentucky, and that's actually where Islam was a big major factor back in the day. So you have many of the members, descendants of exiles of Babylon, right? Embraced a Jewish form of Catholicism, right? Blah, blah, blah. So we have artifacts, and we'll look into some artifacts in a second. Okay. This is Roman Jewish stuff. So the Theodoric, I also mentioned like James, like King James, who, he wrote that one book, Demonology.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the Bible. He's pretty good. Thames, just call him Thames, like the River Thames. That's how you pronounce James before there was a J, Thames. So,
well, he translated the Bible, right, and then edited it.
So the story goes.
Yeah.
the story goes he wrote it to placate two different factions there.
'Cause
And
wasn't there one where's this one that I have? This fucking what's it called? It's the the Dewey Rames Bible. Wasn't that in existence before? They said like in a totally well, that's like the one I thought he used to translate.
That's a whole conversation. There's a whole thing there.
It's not much different.
I think again the Bible. There's no original scripts of it. Yeah. They're all copies on copies.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
I don't trust copies, and I don't trust people writing stuff down on note paper and saying, then kicking over a rock and go, look, another farmer. Look what this farmer guy found in the 1960s. Isn't that cool? And they found a bunch of Quran. There you go, Quran.
Yeah.
Islam stuff as well. Hey, we also found some Islam stuff. Oh, what's it? It's on papyrus. Oh, cool. Anyway, you know, and when I see like Tadros, you know, I just remove the D. You know, you get into like Tauros, right?
Mm-hmm.
Toro, right? Taurus field, all that fun stuff. So see how these people have many names, and they are titles. Okay, so we have Theodorus, you have also known as Dietrich, and Rick and Rix. That's, you hear a lot of that. That's like, you know, a leader, king guy, and you know, modern day Garamond, Gar Mooney, Germany, Harmony, Germany, from the Gera. You have different factions, Gera, Kara, and I was gonna make. I'm still working on something where I was gonna get into the all these peoples. Before that, the Sioux, the Lu, the Fu, the Wu, all the U's. That's what all the people were called, and I'm planning on doing a big old thing to share with people, but I just don't have time. Nor I don't think people were really into it that much. But then you have a more right? Is also known as the Theodoric King of Saxony. I always talk about the Sakai and the Scythians, okay? And as Namus, Duke of Bavaria, he and his brothers were great warriors of the Davidic princes of the time of Charlemagne. David, remove the D, you have the Vedas, Davida. That's where you also get the Vedas. The Vedas aren't ancient either. Well, no, okay, show me an original script. Ah, shit, they burned it. They destroyed it back in the early 1900s. Oh, darn it, but you just got to trust us. It's been unchanged for 10,000 years. Okay, cool. I'm trying to get, there's a whole bunch here. I'm not trying to read this whole thing because there's a lot. Okay, so, but keep in mind all this stuff, it has artifacts that are in Tucson, right? Supposedly in 775 AD, Nehemiah Theodoric reconquered the American empire of Kalelus. Kalelus was ruled by the Sylvanus Toltecsus. In my opinion, when I see this, I see Texas. If you're get thrown off by, again, simple letters and not going by the sound and not going syllable by syllable, I can't help you. If you get thrown off by TECZ, Toltecs, you know, it's Texas, folks. Like, what do you want me to do? That's where the name Texas comes from. Like, am I lying? I mean, what are we doing over here? And this guy is also known as Solomon the Builder.
Solomon.
The hereditary ruler of this former Jewish-ruled Roman colony. Remember, we're going to get pomegranates. Remember pomegranates. Okay. Do a deep dive into where original pomegranates come from. And no, it's not Persia or Afghanistan. That's their scapegoat for the source of everything. Anyway, Sylvanus Ogam or Sylvanus Brabo, aka Solomon II, Babylonian Exlar, Nasi of Mara.
Nasi.
Nasi.
The Jewish
You ever heard of?
Nazi.
You guys ever heard of Nasi?
Well, Jewish Nazis were the NASI were like the banker, right? The bookkeepers, weren't they?
Yeah, they're the
Yeah.
Ash. They're the
It's just like
maybe,
one. It's just like one letter shift. It's really
Ukrainian.
strange.
Them Ukrainians, yo. You know what I'm saying? Ruler of Sumar, Summer, Su, the Sioux, and the Mar, aka Sumar, Set. Right? Somerset in Britain, right?
Which is in New Jersey as well, and I believe is that where Somerset? Is that where Crowley had his ashes scattered? Or is it Summit, New Jersey? Let me see. I think it might.
The ash and the Nazi.
I think it might be Summit though. Let me see. Resting place, ashes. Oh no, wait, Hampton, New Jersey, but Hampton is in. Never mind. I can't find it. I think it's Summit though.
John, okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna check the chat, but I'm about to put a bow on this sucker, right?
Go ahead.
He's a great Roman Jewish ruler, soldier, and ancestors of the Swan Knights, aka the Barber Hakatsin. Hakatsin, the Barber, Harbor, right? So we get words like Barbados or Barmu, Bermuda, stuff like that, right? So when you have a Black Swan event, right? He was a fleet of trading vessels known as the ships of Solomon or the swan boats. The ships are shaped like swans with wings gliding a white swan, right? Now, the issue here is when you have a Black Swan event, I'll put it to you this way, Chris, where you are, if you have a bunch of giant dark-skinned brothers rolling up on boats shaped like swans, I'll just tell you things aren't going to be the same after that. You want to talk? You're like, is it a basketball team? No, they're about to steal your girl, yo.
And that's why it's the Swan song.
Yeah.
The last time you're going to hear it.
Yeah, and guys, if you want to, I'll have to share this. If you guys want to read this, I'm going to just go through a few more. Then I'll show you the artifacts. If you guys, because this is a lot. I'm not trying to sit and read the whole thing.
Good point, Brent. Birch whistle. Yeah, that's why. That Russian radio station was recently playing Swan Lake.
Oh, because they're overrunning everybody.
Yeah. They're calling it like a doomsday radio signal or whatever the hell they were calling it.
Yeah. The mass replacement happening. And it's not the first time this has happened, you know. I mean, I imagine a place like Guatemala where all these people are coming like to America. And then I just imagine it could be anyone that can take over Central America. It could be like, you name it, a bunch of Vietnamese. Imagine the rulers of this world go to everyone in Vietnam and go, "Hey guys, you guys want to move to El Salvador?" They'd probably be like, "Sure," and probably do well. Now, rewrite the history books. Throw anyone that thinks they remember anything in an insane asylum. Burn anything else. See you later. New timeline. Peace.
Adios.
Adios. I don't know any Vietnamese. What's the Vietnamese? But okay. And then here you also get the legends of Ogier the Dane, son of Godfrey Codrod, and Dune de Mayence actually refer to the Tuat de Danann, or the Dunan.
The faithful.
Right? Who are also known as the Manananan. The
Manananan.
Or Maine America. I haven't heard that. I'm going to look into that. where the giant ogre heads of the Olmec are found. The Irish legend of Reggaemon. Well, he sounds fun.
Reggaemon.
Reggaemon sounds fun. Right, yeah.
Reggaemon.
So this is, I'm gonna go. That's a fun rabbit hole, dude.
I mean, that's straight up like telling us that the alien fae folk are from Maine. Who would have thought?
Look up Acadia. I've shown you, Chris, Acadia already. If you guys want to know where Acadia is, just look in Maine or New York or Northeast America.
We have a map of Maine right now. I need to see what it looks like.
But look up Acadia. And it's funny, for those that are big Acadian fans, just spell it with a C instead. Like, I don't know why people get so messed up by, that's okay.
I would have never thought that was spelled with a K. And I have no idea why anyone would think that that's weird.
Well, we're just cool, dude.
Well, I mean, looking it up now, it is a C now, correct?
Well, if you look in history, it's like the Acadians, it's like AKK, and the national park in Maine or New York or something, it's like ACC, Acadian.
Yeah,
South of the Tower of Babel, Mount Babel. Remember that black rock I showed you?
Yeah. Well, there's one C now in it apparently, so they must have removed. But in the main version.
Oh, this homie's aware of it. Fun. I didn't know that. Dude, I just look at maps. You ever just look at maps and go, holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's
what I was doing. That's what I was doing the other day when I was sending that one location in Chicago and Hyde Park and stuff. And I was like, oh man, there's so much weird stuff going on here with these Rockefeller, ancient Egypt foundations that are supposedly making discoveries out in Egypt, but are right over in the area where you would think the Nile should have been if it was in America.
Yeah, there ain't no. Yeah, there's the Nile. The great rivers in America, right next to Kemet, and right next to Memphis. Kemet just means dark, fertile soil. So dark and floods all the time. That's AKA Mississippi. So there's a lot of Egyptian info here that I could have went down, but I didn't. I was just like, this is just too much. I'm just trying to talk. So when you look up Isaac, we talked about the Saxons. We already talked about the Celtics a while ago and the Chaldeans. And so the Isaac is Saxons, aka Scythians, right? And there's a whole bunch involved with Rhoda, Ruda, in the Dans, in the Ru, in the Ro, in the Romans, in the Rimini, right? Just based on the words, right? So
the Radnites, huh? I know so little about them, I think.
Oh, they sound pretty rad.
I'm not sure if that's actually the same people as I'm thinking of. I don't know if they're related to the Rations.
Shout out dad jokes. But I'm not gonna read. I would love to just sit and just read this to you guys. But I mean, so this is
what? There's a Haramon Point in Maine. It's basically Aramon Point.
Remember I told you about the Drew, the Hebrew, the he Drew, the he is a Phoenician goddess and Drew, Hebrew. We got a bunch of ogres back and the barbers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move on. I'm just gonna show you guys the artifacts. This is all the backstory. Bar. I mean, when you see things like bar, you got barber, right? You got car. When you see things like car, you got car. Garamons. Look up Garamons. If you guys are interested in Garamantes in Germany, look up who those dudes were. So we're just gonna go through here. I mean, you got Muslims involved too, bro, and the Mu. And you guys know already, it's Islam is based on a female goddess, Al-Lat. So just look into it, Lot.
Right? We're getting into Brazil here too, huh?
Oh yeah, Brazil, dude. I'm gonna mention Brazil in a second.
Brazil's been coming up a lot for me. We're looking into the all the like when I was getting to the face peeler, who the hell is messing with the people in South America with advanced technology type stuff. Brazil seems to have a bunch of events where like their citizens are just like killed by something from the sky, like taken and killed.
It's funny you mentioned that. I'm gonna get into. My next flow is gonna flow into the real Full Metal Alchemist. All right.
Oh,
The real Full Metal Alchemist, the
Ooh.
deity of metal, war, and technology. He's an Orisha, and I'm going to get into Orisha, and that's related to Brazil as well. He's the real Full Metal Alchemist.
Ooh, I like
So
that.
here we go, and look at these names. You know, this is good to know because if I saw Navarne, I wouldn't think Murfin or Merwan or mermen, right? Seafaring people, Sephardic.
Oh, the merman.
But look, when you look up things, when I say like Khan or Juan or Jan or John, it's interchangeable, you know. So we have to keep our little cheat code, you know, when we're looking at this stuff to really figure it out. Psi, we were talking. The homie Ramberg was, or no, Ramberg was talking Psi, and we mentioned cyclones and things. So here's a Eris King of Sinon, right? And Wells, right? The Welsh Kings list, that's where you get Rodri and Moore, right? Gwinnett, that's where you get, what's the famous guy they make movies all the time? His name's like Highway or something. Hawa. They make movies about him all the time.
It's interesting that they have this, they have this 10 attached to this mermaid or merman type of, they said something about there being a 10 in that title there.
And look, I'm sorry, just at a glance, Sime and the Rue. I mention the Rue all the time, but there's the one dude, his name's this guy, Highwall, Dadal. Remember I mentioned Dadal?
Yeah, Dadal.
And that's an all over. Whoops, shoot. Sorry.
You good?
So this is the Welsh Kings list where you get a lot of stuff, and this is not all. This is intermarriages between America and Welsh in the land of in the Chaldeans, in the Druids, in the Hebrew, in the Ru, in the Kara, you know what I mean? And it's all connected. You know, if you have in Texas, evidently, which I just you know, and anyway,
what is the 10 that they're talking about in the title there with 10 in Latin? You see how it says that?
Where does it say that?
Tuscan artifact. It's the title to that paragraph you're in, or it's the in bold right above it. Yeah, right. Tuscan artifact with 10 in Latin.
Oh,
what are they referring to there?
Man, I think just 10 of the artifacts are in Latin.
Weird. Just because I was about to make a eastbound and down connection.
Is there ever not an eastbound and down connection, bro?
Because he plays on the Merman and his number's 5-5. He's always 5-5. And I'm like, and I know there's a lot of symbolism in his shows, Danny McBride's shows, because he's from a family of military family that was roaming around the country.
So the son of Isaac, who's Priest King, right? Don't I always talk about Prester John?
Mm-hmm.
Who is King David's dad? Is that Isaac?
King David's father is man.
Is that? I forget. So people are like,
I don't want to say it.
It says Jesse. What? It's nobody.
I thought it was who the fuck is Jesse?
That's what I'm saying. Some stepdad.
Uncle Jesse
probably drives a Ford Ranger. You know what I mean? It was just stepdad mobile. It's like, I thought King David had a cool dad, like someone cool.
Parents were Jesse, Uncle Jesse, and then
Uncle Jesse
and Nitzavit.
Bro, that talk about us. I think he got simped, bro. I think his mom's was like, I need to find us. Anyway, it's old school. Jerry Springer, you are the father. And Tex, like, which I just figured out today. I was like, Texas, and Mosheko. Anyway, so I'm going to come back and read this whole thing over and over again, and it's going to take me a lot to get through. So let's just look up the artifacts. Kalilus artifacts. Oh, look at this. H.P. Lovecraft in the archaeology of Roman, Arizona. Oh, that's interesting. I don't like him being involved in stuff that I'm involved in, dude. He wrote about it.
Well, I feel like wasn't Lovecraft supposedly not into the occult? He like kind of that's why he wrote the books, because it was driving him insane, and he didn't really. I don't know though. Like I have no idea. I shouldn't even, because I know the left hand path occultists love Lovecraft, but from what I had thought about him was that he wrote the books almost like in a way to like just get it out of his head and warn about the occult, because he wasn't much of a fan, but he also wasn't. He was pretty much a big loser. So who knows? Like he was scared of hanging out with people. Very socially awkward.
Oh, he was okay. So, man, what's a good website that just has the stuff? Can I just go to this website? All right, so history and thorough examples. These are Tucson artifacts. It's the art of the facts, right, Stacy? So that article I was reading is based on these artifacts that were found, and that article, there's a lot of other info based. This is just some random article that I just found. You know what I mean? So these artifacts, can we get some good pictures? I mean, they got like newspapers from back in the day. Can I increase this? Man, I'm not doing a good job.
Hit that Command Plus.
It's not letting me click, so it would just puzzling artifacts dug up. Shit. All right, and I can't see the date of this paper. Probably in the 20s, I guess. Serious doubt. So there's doubt, and obviously they're going to put doubt. So you always have to question.
They're called the Silver Bell crosses. Maybe that's how we can find that a little better. Silver Bell crosses.
Silver Bell. Silver's pumping right now, and isn't that sync, yo? Silver Bell.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, no. If you actually type that in, you can find better pictures of it. Just in your
Albion. Remember Albion? In owl, in the letter L, just LB on. That's supposedly one of the original names of Great Britain, supposedly. Yeah, just look up Albion. But what's his composition? Lead. The lead is not highly refined and different colors. Tin, zinc, copper, gold, and silver. From the byproducts refined with person, although the author of Merchant Adventurer, Kings of Rhoda. That sounds like a fun book.
Rhoda. That actually is like where I think that connects with the rations.
And the Rue. In the row. So, yeah.
These are interesting. The one looks like a necklace or something. The cross with that hole punched in it, or two holes punched in it. I don't know if people are hanging it on their wall or something.
There's these ones that look like sword. Well, that's a sword, but there's this other one that I saw. It's like this super dope sword. Let me go do a different search. I like pre-search, and you said it was the cross of
the silver bell crosses. Those are.
Crosses. I'll put tucks. I'll just go images. Let's see silver bell.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be your best bet. Shit. Jesus, what the hell? the searching and gave you a bunch of malls and stuff.
Here we go. The desert crosses. No, the internet. They don't want you to know stuff, bro.
I've been lately. I've been finding DuckDuckGo actually isn't bad still. It's decent. It's
Yeah,
not
they were.
hasn't been killing me like any of the other ones.
Let me see. This is just Brave, dude. Do I gotta go to Google? I don't like Google or DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is compromised. They were bought out, but
They
let me
still
see.
give you more than Google will.
Yes, I'm making sounds as I'm typing.
And the interesting thing about DuckDuckGo is that when you use it, people are still somehow hacking the search results. So like you'll get descriptions under certain links that are written by random people. I don't know why, and how they're doing it, but it's kind of funny.
This
So
one,
it's almost like Google's just not paying attention.
It's by the guy.
Oh, look at this.
Give me some pictures, man. Anyway, I'm about to lose it.
We can't be reading this much.
Nah. Anyway, anywho, look into that, guys. Sorry, we're not, So here's a quick thing on the pomegranate. They're going to tell you again, it's from Persia. But it's commonly cultivated in the Americas, right? In Chile and stuff. It's funny. This actually mentions some Bible stuff. Brazil. Oh no.
So what's the like if say we switch out the apple for a pomegranate, what does that do for everyone? With the story, what does it change? What does it mean? What does it like symbolically do?
Well, the pomegranate, if you open it up in the way if you cut it in half in the way the seeds are and the way the fruit is, it's actually more oh gosh, it's got a whole bunch of geometry in there. Got a whole bunch of it actually fits oh man, gosh, it's been a couple years since I looked at the characteristics of it from a different type of lens.
So it's kind of about the measurements and geometry, and then probably nutritional stuff.
Yeah,
etc.
And also, it's like I was saying, it changes the story when you look at where does it originate from? Where does the pomegranate originate from? So if you think, and by the way, they literally changed the just look up, and this is mainstream. Bible changed pomegranate to apple like 100 years ago. How the forbidden fruit became an apple. This is mainstream stuff.
What does it say? What does it say? Read it out for us.
It's from Rutgers University.
My brother went there for a little bit. I had friends who went there.
Oh, Perry. Oh, it's starting to come back to me because Perry in there's the people. There's actually a tribe called Perry.
Matthew Perry.
Bible does not identify the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden as an apple. It simplifies it as fruit using the word Perry, which is a generic term for fruit or produce, right? Mal, I've already kind of went into the word mal and how they invert that, but look at this. Pomum. However, this wordplay is not supported by early Latin biblical commenters who typically refer to the fruit as pomum, right? Meaning fruit or orchard fruit. Pomme, the old French word for fruit. Guys starting to catch on now with the pomegranate.
Oh.
And also I showed you how it means in Hebrew, Romini. See how there's a connection, whoops. All right. Ah, shit.
Jeez, man, you're clicking all over the place. Like,
Therefore,
so
the idea
what was the thing about the pear? You said pear, par?
Perry, the Perry are a tribe. I didn't study for this show tonight, guys.
They sure that shit wasn't a pear?
No, nah.
No.
Um,
But palm is interesting.
but it was also in. See, they're going off Latin. It was in Hebrew and stuff as well, and it was like rimini, rimin,
Mm.
right? Oh, and the Romans called it something like this: panucum, the Carthaginian apple. Remember the car?
Yeah.
So I didn't, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really prepared at this moment.
Oh, actually, the Bible never specifies. That's interesting.
Yeah. So literally, if you look into it, literally like just 100, like in the 1900s, they changed it. People just were taking it as pomegranate based on the translation. They changed it to apple. So the apple thing is a very recent thing.
Looks like the joke's on you, Macintosh.
Right. Look, this guy says it definitely was not an apple because they were not indigenous to the area. Right. So anyway, this is a rabbit hole if you guys want to go down. And just know that I'm not making this stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it really throws a wrench in like Macintosh and Apple making their first computer $666.66 because they had the wrong fruit.
They had the wrong fruit, yo.
Which means, I mean, we already know that most of these people are retards that we're dealing with.
The Romans encountered this when they encountered the Phoenicians, right, folks? So, dude, all right. So let's move on. Let's move on. We're gonna get into this dude. It's a Rishi, and I'm gonna break down a Rishi. I'm gonna break down this Full Metal Alchemist in a second.
St. James the Moor Killer.
The Moor Killer. And it's funny because this dude is actually from a Yoruba. Let me see. No, I shared that. Doctrine of Preservation. I'll mention that in a second. That's like, hey, how can the stuff change all the time? Whatever, Doctrine of Preservation. So they hijacked this guy, making him a Dominican saint dude, making him look like this. And the dude's a Yoruba dude, and so he's an Arishi. This is from the Yoruba land. One second. I have some notes on this that I took. But before I switch gears, let me shout out to the chat. I feel like the chat's been crushing, dude.
They always do.
They always do. We have a smart chat. Stacy's awesome. She's saying super awesome stuff. Howard's awesome.
The man.
Esme's crushing. Kelly Boyles. She's representing. John D wants to know my location.
Well, John D can suck it.
John D can suck it. You can find me. Catch me outside. Catch me outside. Tommy Rogers in the house. Brent Birch Whistle. Do they come from the same place as broccoli? I don't know. I don't even know. Fruit of fertility. Yeah. Y'all are the best always. Everyone here is the best. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy's awesome, guys, if you don't know. And we talked about the Swan Lake.
Yeah.
Maine and stuff. And let me just fast forward, yo. Happy New Year. Lovecraft got pretty effed up hearing his dad.
Yeah, he lost his shit.
in nightmares and shit, or something while calling out. Dude, he might have been dealing with some of these other entities and stared into the abyss and then was like, I'm going to change my ways.
Never know, man. Never know.
Yeah. Were the Perry people men? A pause. That checks out. That checks out. If you're menstruating, the Perry, the homie saying potato palma de tierra. Dude, look up the rim. See, but one of the flows I was adding though is the Hebrew word that does it for me is rimini, Romani, and pomegranate in Roman. You know, that's a major thing to add to this combination. Let's see. Just say not to eat from the tree. But you know, Stacy, these women, man, they got to be rebellious. These chicks getting dudes into trouble, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you kick down the club? Girl starts wilding out.
Which I do have a video for that, for the a quick video for the you know, when a girl gets out of hand.
Girl gets out of hand.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should play it real quick.
Yeah, man.
Let me see if this will pop up.
Or if you speak spiritually and anyone's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "It wasn't me. It was my girl." You know how girls are; they can't not do stuff and be like, "It's been like this way from the beginning." And it's like, "Okay, you're right. You're right about that." Dude, I did not hear about any vegetation, specific vegetation from across the ice wall and all the other lands. I am Providence. Yeah,
Do you want me to play this real quick for anyone who gets any female who gets out of hand?
Yeah.
A little 30-second comedy clip. I got it pulled up. Hopefully it'll play.
Oh wait, I gotta remove this first.
Let's see if the sound will play.
Go for it.
Tell me if can you hear that?
No.
Maybe.
Nope.
Nothing?
No, you got to do this. You got to share it within a browser.
Okay. Actually, I can do this real fast. Let me, all right, stop my sharing, and I'll send myself the link to that video instead. Because that's just the way. Oh man, that's not cool. No, I got it. AirDrop, copy link, blah, 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 blah. Send it to the computer now from my phone. It's a nightmare with this app, doing this with StreamYard. It makes me want to like...
Yeah, you can't just share your screen. You have to share it if you want to do sound.
I don't know what they were thinking, but don't worry, we're going to pull it up.
The goo? Oh, okay. And I'm going to get back on this Full Metal Alchemist. This cool stuff.
They won't let me stop this goddamn thing.
And you're gonna pick up on some stuff we did last week too on drones and stuff. Secret.
Yeah. I got some of that too.
All right.
Hold on, I'm about to reshare this as soon as this stops because it won't let me stop the fucking thing. Okay, here we go. I got it. My bad. Yeah.
Right.
Share screen. Sorry about that, guys. No, we don't want that. We want...
Here we go. I see you.
There we go.
All right, yeah.
All right. I'm going to let this... It's showing the right screen now, right?
Yep, showing D.
Yeah.
I swear you would be of more use... you would be of more use to me if I skinned you and turned your skin into a lampshade. Or fashioned you into a piece of high-end luggage. I can even add you to my collection.
Are you saying that you have a collection of skin luggage?
Of course I'm not, Dee. Don't be ridiculous. Think of the smell. You haven't thought of the smell, you bitch! Now you say another word and I swear to God I will dice you into a million little pieces and put those pieces in a box A glass box that I will display on my mantle. All right. Now that that's settled, we can have a normal conversation.
He's a psycho.
And that's how you handle them. You know?
What a psycho.
Oh yeah, I love Dennis. He's great.
So oh well, let me play something for you real quick, and then I'll finish up on this Ogun, because this is obviously Fakepedia, but there's some stuff here. I had a funny. Okay, now I'm gonna have to stop, and then I'm gonna have to redo it, and then
It's almost like StreamYard wants people to jump off a bridge.
they
from
just sold
frustration.
their thing, dude. January 1st, they're not even StreamYard. They sold their company.
They sell it, or are they merging with their bill collection company or something?
Well, the name on the thing is gonna change.
Yeah, right. I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah. So here's some info.
The thing is, like, you're wasting so much. You're wasting your own time with this, like, rose-tinted glasses, thinking about the past. I hear this all the time, and it's not just in relation to my thing. It's anytime it's the wrong timeline. I swear, man, it's like we're on the wrong timeline. Fucking fix it! If it's the wrong timeline, do what you can to fix it. You silly Billy. The entirety of human history has been a coalescing of various clusters of wrong timelines. Like, human history is brutality, slavery, starvation, freezing, just war. Like, the whole human history is just wrong timelines. And there have been like a handful of isolated pockets of golden era type times that have happened because groups of great men did what they could to build that. The thing is,
So there you go, some wisdom on timelines.
There you go.
Now let me wrap this thing up, dude.
Wrap it tight.
I find it valuable. So, like, Orisha, right? This is an Orisha. Orisha is from Yoruba or Europa, right? Am I really stretching that far? From Yoruba to Europa. Forget the EU, just put Europa. Europa, Yoruba. You also got Aruba, right? And you also have
What
like
is
I
that?
mentioned,
What are we looking at in that picture? What is that thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Was that a gremlin? What is that? Is that a scarecrow?
Statue in Nigeria, but this stems from Nigeria to Brazil to
What's going on with the face there? What is it, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas? I don't understand what the hell. What's going on with the head?
yeah.
Can we get a zoom in on that? Because this is the character, right? Statue of Ogun.
Well, this is just one. This is just one
It
statue.
looks like E.T. Phone home with a little elf hat on.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird looking statue.
Yep. So there's better depictions, but like I was saying, I mean, this is Fakepedia. There's other things, but let me just finish up with and like Aruba.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned, Caribe, but just remove the C. You have Aribe, like Aruba, Aribe, and Arab. If you take Carib, just remove the C. You have Arab, right? So why don't they show the massive amounts of, like, all their movies and about seafaring folk and all that and ships? They never show like Arabs, even if it's like they doesn't have to be like correct Arabs, you know, just they don't even try to show. And didn't the Arabs bring all this like mathematics and calculus and all that? Now, calculus, if you just remove that second C, you have Kalelus, which is what I'm there, right? Pretty close. Just put a C on Kalelus, you have calculus, right? Pretty much, all right?
Yeah. And if this is the god, like a entity or god or whatever the hell he's supposed to be of blacksmiths aligns with like Vulcan and what was the other one? Hephaestus and Freemason gods, basically. And it's interesting that they wear their allegiance to Freemasonry on the book of the Quran.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And yeah, man. So, I mean, I mentioned, so you have the origin, the Orishi, right? The Ori. It's like the Yoruba and the Orisha, right? You have the Ori. You have the Origin, which I've been talking about for a lot lately. In my opinion, the Jin refers to you. Jin, Yin, Kin, Lin, etc. And perhaps the Ori, the origin might be saying like, you know, let's say you're the spirit, you're the Jin. The origin might be like what some would consider the oversoul, right? Or the big spirit, or the one Jin, right? That you may connect with or be a part of or something like that, right?
Like the source.
Per the vernacular, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
The Orisha as a, you know, the Sha part might be great spirits. Anyone like teaching, you know, like Sha, like think shaman and stuff like that. Because when you look in Yoruba, it is super, super old. Okay, this is like a really old belief system, and it's all over. It's all over the realm. Okay, so in my opinion, you know, when people are like teaching and sharing, and I feel like a lot of people do it in a dogmatic kind of way. They don't open their minds. They're not programmers. They're not coders or decoders or encryptors or decryptors. I mean, the Shah of Orisha from Yoruba has ties to the Oshun, the Oshun. Okay, I've been sharing these little, like, the purpose of this is, you know, these are like cheat codes that you can be your own decoder. It's all around you, you know. This is the living word, as they say, right? And, you know, maybe not in the doctrine of preservation, but this is the living word in a malleable realm that changes all the time. And Ori could also be Ari. So when you're talking about, Chris, when you're talking about like Ahriman and all that, Ori, Ari could very well be the exact same thing. And just to wrap it up, I like how they mention Gu when you look in like Lan Gu age language, right?
Yeah.
Things like that. And look, it's all over Haiti and Louisiana. It's all over in Brazil. And it's not because it was brought over, right, by slave ships that didn't exist. Okay, they didn't exist. Yeah, the Gibe. That's interesting in terms of the Phoenician goddess that I talk about all the time. Just look at the Phoenician pantheon. But you got to look a little. You can't just one quick search is not going to like do it for you. And I just like all these words like Ori, Ki, right? You see Ki everywhere, right? You got Ki, your Chi, the Cairo Ki, right? Cherokee, and all these keys everywhere. Osin, right? It's like ocean.
Yeah.
And he's the god of war and metal. So that's why I like This brought me because one of the homies, Crypto Neck, left a comment in our last vid, and he just said Full Metal Alchemist, and I was just like, I'm gonna show this homie a Full Metal Alchemist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what brought me up here. It's also in Japan. Japan has similar words. So
Oh, yeah, it almost looks like Shogun.
Ogun, yeah, Shogun, Shigun, right? I think they're like ghost spirit things. I think it sounds like
Oh, that looks like a sigil there too from like what you'd find in the what's it called, Lesser Keys of Solomon, which is interesting.
I think all this stuff's related, dude. I don't know what VV.
What does it say there? What's that mean when they say that? A religious symbol, blah, 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 like a voodoo type thing?
Voodoo.
Yeah. It's basically like a voodoo, yeah, it's a sigil.
But look at the words. Vodun is another word, right? Dune. We were talking about we touched a little bit on the dunes and the Dans and the tribe of Dans and the all that stuff, right? Iwa. Sounds kind of Japanesey, right? And wa and the wata, right? The wa is like the almighty, you know. I live, like you guys know, I live next to the Eto Wa, right? So hopefully this gives you this powwow gives you power on the wa. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sounding silly, just know that this is the meaning. This is where a lot of our words come from. And they take, obviously they invert it. So this is basically all I have. I'm just, I pretty much said all the stuff. But this is a lot here, guys. There's a ton just in the root words and the, all over around. So just know when you're looking at stuff, don't get thrown off just because some letters aren't the same that you think they are. The nori, right?
Goo. I wonder if the black goo. The black goo comes from this.
Is by the way, goo is. I tell you guys, I live in the mist, right? Between fire and ice. Okay, I live in this. There's power in the mist. This is my story, right? That's why I consider myself a mystic. This is my story. The mystery is in the mist. Goo in Chinese means mist, essentially.
I wonder if there's like a black mist. Black mist mythology that we would not have looked into. Black mist. It's definitely going to be like a character from some sort of video game or something, I'm sure.
Goo, hey, juju, JJ, juju, hey, right? There's no J's. So this is getting into some Brazil stuff, right?
Brazil, man.
And it's all over, like the world, the realm, So anyway,
how's everyone doing out there?
Yeah, I hope that made sense. or should I say, I hope you guys found some value in that. This is just the brochure. If you guys want to look into anything that looks super interesting, I hope you guys look into a bunch of this stuff if you want to on your own. And there's so much. So let me see what's up, man. We are in the cosmic unconscious. Probably. We're sleeping giants, perhaps.
Perhaps indeed. Perhaps indeed.
Back of the unconscious thought. Yeah, shit's gonna blow up soon. Oh, and Caribe could also, there's some translations to whirlpool also back in the day. Shout out Sick Mosh. Yo.
Which would be like cyclone.
Yeah, similar. Water stuff,
Yeah.
I like this. Allah kin, yeah. In Lakesh, Allah kin. You know, you're the kin. We're kin, bro, and you're the jinn. Jinn, kin. We're the jinn.
What's this? You want
Origin might be like I was mentioning, it's the oversoul, over the big jinn, the big spirits, perhaps. That we're are maybe people, maybe you might call them guides or something. I don't know, but inshallah, we'll see.
Should we look at some of this X Prize stuff I was looking into? And the
Yeah, I'm
Boeing
done.
Phantom Works?
Yeah, I'm done. You see, I was just kind of running around all over the place, but I had a loose train of thought. But yeah, I'm done.
I'm even looser at this point with the stuff I was looking at because
Let's switch gears. But you guys, I have to, Chris, I got to share my little, the stuff that I just shared from the past stories, what the pastors tell you, and their stuff. This is my story. I like the mysteries. I find it so incredibly empowering because it helps me not to fall for fakery goofiness. And it helps me really grasp what this realm is about and what I'm about. And then I can actually use that code for utility to maneuver, calculate my moves, calculate my moves, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna say Ganalu. Thank you.
mm-hmm.
The left brain, yeah, the left brain is the right brain is the more analytical one, or I can't always get those confused.
No, right brain is more creative, and left brain's language. Right brain is supposed to be more like a visual art, imagery, creative. But I mean, it's kind of a myth that they're both that separate. I think.
Okay, I always get them mixed up.
I mean, there's definitely some separation, but don't know the left brain. Left brain is definitely like the linguistic.
Yeah, there's some, in my opinion, using, I would say, the left brain to sift through in my opinion, we live in a big old crime, like the whole realm's one big crime scene cover up, right? So I got to play detective, and then I can work on my, whatever you want to call it, frequency vibe, my jinn connecting to the origin or whatever, so.
And that's what I started. I started playing detective when I found this X Prize thing that I was sharing the other day.
Yeah.
Should I share that?
Sure.
I thought it was interesting that this thing existed so long ago. And they were setting this up. Even the logo on the one, which, hold on a second. Shut up, Dennis. The logo on the X Prize for the genomics thing that they were trying to do that no one was able to win any money from. It's the same logo that is used now on Twitter or X, which is interesting because I think this X organization is the same X organization that left Google. But I mean, if we really look at how long some of this has been around, I was finding references to the X organization back in like 1919, I think.
Well, just real quick on the X, in I've shared this before. The X is also the Tau.
Yeah,
Tau.
Mm-hmm.
So in a fun rabbit hole, guys, go down to the Tuareg. It's spelled Taureg. The Tuareg people, the Tor people, the Tau people. That was a major. No one ever talks about this. It was a major group, which is, in my opinion, why you have all this X and Tau cover-ups to cover up from the Tor. That's back to the Tor. All that Taurus field and Torah this and Torah, right? Tarot, Tanakh, you know what I mean? All that stuff, I think, comes from the X, which is pronounced Tau, in my opinion. So this is all a cover up to that, in my opinion.
Like, this is wild to me. That
Archon.
this is the Archon Genomics X Prize, which no one won, but like this is the logo that we're seeing like SpaceX and whatnot use. And it's like, what the hell? I mean, we all know what's sort of going on, but it's all these organizations are all connected. And I just thought that was kind of wild, especially when if you keep looking into all these X prizes, because they continue on to this day just giving out prizes for basically getting us closer to transhumanism. The most recent one was after COVID, which they also gave a prize for to 2 different companies for some sort of rapid COVID test, blah, blah, blah. And then what was the next one after that?
So this is the one where, is this the one where they had
No, there, look at
all
here.
100-year-old? It's
Here's
all 100-year-old.
so they're paying. So we got the X Prize Foundation giving Elon Musk, who runs X, $100 million, which I thought, like, how does that even happen? If X doesn't already exist as how many organizations named X are there using the same logo? And how do they pay out?
Yeah, which came first?
That's what I'm saying. So I didn't even know he got this. I didn't even see this yesterday. This wasn't here when I was reading it yesterday. I did not see this at all.
Well, this brings a lot into Twitter, aka X, and it's all just to harvest, do all the bad stuff, right? So it's tied to this genome thing.
So that's under a canceled test too. So they didn't give him that money. They were going to give him the money, and they must have been like, well, we can't.
Dude, even billionaires, you can't trust.
But here is the newest, I guess, thing that they did in 2022, the Avatar X Prize, aimed to create an avatar system that can transport human presence to remote locations in real time. You could see, hear, interact with remote environments in a way that feels like you're truly there. And they actually had 3 different prize winners that won money for that. So they did. It seems like they did it.
So I mentioned earlier, Luis Anna. There's a lot of Anna, and look up the Anion's cross, which is now they call the Burr, Eber.
Let me look that up.
Iberia with an S. So Anna, look up Anion's, it's spelled ANIAN cross. It might be AN. Yeah, cross. It's an old world map.
Oh, it's going to be here.
They now call it, see the Straits of Anion. It was right down there. It's at the bottom of that Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
Look up the Straits of Anion. See at the bottom, straight right there, Northwest Passage. Yeah. This is see how you can circumvent north. See that passage right there? So you don't have to go south under South America back in the day. And if you look at the map where the North Pole is in the center, as it is, magnetic north, you see that passage. So you have all these people that are very close. You see how the Great Lake, or is that no, that's not the Great Lakes. I'm sorry. But this is something they hide from you, folks. This is a crossing that they could cross on ships, and they used to all the time. Getting from Russia to back to Siberia is pretty simple, or America, or wherever.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. So you can go over Canada. You can go from Europa and all those places to America rather simply and easily. So again, I got to take shots at all the retards out there that have a problem with their dogmatic closed mind. I don't care what type of sandals they wear. Yeah, that map. You see Califia. Queen Califia is an island. That's the
Mhm.
Red Sea, by the way. If you look up the original name of that river or that strait, it translates to red. The word's not red, it's a different word, but it translates to red. I can't remember. It's like something Mar, obviously Mar is like
Ocean,
waterway or something.
water, yeah. Fireworks going off by you?
Yeah. There was a lot of guns earlier. I almost broke out mine just to, I used to shoot it. We used to just shoot it up. See how you can traverse and get all over the realm.
What's this
Take
thing?
the northern pass, the Anions, the Straits of Anion.
What the hell is the pole of inaccessibility?
And the Tower of Babel, like I showed you, is near there. This is the Canaanites. Canada's the Canaanites.
Have you ever heard of this?
No.
I haven't heard of that either. That's weird. Very strange. Gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, so if you guys look up old world maps, look up the this is very important, guys. This is why I get a little testy when cats are like, no way. It's like, shut up. Open your mind and look at the freaking evidence instead of your I'm so smart. My ego is It's like, get out of here, dude. Don't you know you've been lied to about everything? Sorry. Hey, Chris. Sorry. I get a little testy sometimes.
No, I know, dude.
When I get not only not love, but I get pushback, but it's from a dogma, closed fist, ego perspective, from people who I would imagine are aware of them being closed or open-minded or ego or not. So that's why I say don't trust these gurus out here. Be your own guru, man.
100%. And I'm just bringing this up as this is something I'm still looking into. The X seems to be everywhere still, even with the Plus Ultra, Pelican Ultra, all these drones and stuff that we were talking about in the one show. I'm eventually gonna get back into it because yeah, they're all ours. I'm pretty sure they're all ours. Like we got stuff that if you keep looking, if you just keep digging into these, which they're starting to put more of them on, like even on Wikipedia, but you have to go back into archived articles and stuff that they don't have up anymore. So you'll maybe see a couple of them. These are like shape-shifting drones.
Chris, are we off of that like genome sequence contest thing? Are we off of that?
We're still there. I mean that Boeing Phantom Works is connected to the X Prize thing too.
Okay,
it's like so many things are connected to this X Prize organization, and I'm wondering if Robert K. Weiss is related to Barry K. Weiss.
Oh, my bad. I thought we changed topic. Oh, it's all related.
Yeah, it all connects into the X Prize Foundation for some.
Dude, but you also shared one where they were doing the sequence. And it was for 100-year-olds only.
Yeah, I think that was the Archon X Prize. That was one of them. That was like one of the first, not one of the first ones, but
yeah.
When was this? This was back in 2011, but they weren't able. Yeah, they weren't able to do it. They weren't able to finish it. No one won. So they say. I don't know.
Well, you know what country has the most? They're the biggest into this whole gene thing.
Israel.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
They also own all the firewalls and all the, all your firewalls in every company. All the main firewalls goes through there. All the security, everything IT security related goes through there.
This is bizarre. Just to have Archon in the name of the foundation.
Yeah, what's psycho? A psycho is involved.
Yeah. And I think, let's see what their website looks like.
Transhumanism psychos.
These are, that's what these people are. 100%. They're just giving money away for transhumanist technologies. And it's like, where is all this money coming from, dude? Just like, look at it. It's insane.
Yeah.
These aren't even like black projects. These are just for normal everyday folk.
Oh man, scroll up with the farm thing. It said something about dust. It showed a farm. Okay, hold on right there. How rock dust. Oh, I'm sure it's not going to be smart dust.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane, man.
Yeah. Yo, these are the cycles that took over, G.
I know.
Kills.
What else we got?
Yeah,
Challenges.
Hope you're doing well.
Ovarian decoder. I don't know if we even want to know.
Yeah, Stacy, would you want to sign up for that? Oh, thank you. I don't need any weirdos to decode my ovaries. I'm good.
So she's probably Israel. I don't really. We have Ford. I don't really recognize many of these other people.
Oh, they're probably all AI anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna at first say, but who knows? Oh, X Prize Wildfire. Do they pay to start them or?
How to spray accelerants.
You know, they're paying a lot of money for there to be just continued wildfires. Interesting. I
bet anywhere they're working, you're going to see extra fires.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't doubt it.
Think tank.
Like that's what they seem. This seems like one of the large think tanks, honestly.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Tavistock, but of the environment, or to include humans.
The fuck is this? Australia, of course.
Australians are just ball.
Social architect. I hate these people. I don't like them.
Social architect.
They're such losers.
We're all set. We don't need you to engineer. We don't need any social engineering or architecture. We're all set. We're all set, lady. Why don't you just let nature, let people do what they're going to do? They're just trying to murder everybody. Social architect, how to get everyone into a train and then send them to, to the somewhere.
Exactly. Was there anything? What else? Oh, that was interesting too, but that's something else. There was something with the buck symbolism that I don't know if we want to get into right now, but
sure.
Let me pull this up real fast. Because where was this again?
If Stacy's still here, talking about chicks. I was talking to my sister today, and she was talking about her dude. He goes deer hunting, and she's like, "Yeah, I watched all these deer came out, and he was, and he was waiting for the one with the horns to come out." I was like, "Yeah, sis. I see Ojibwe. What's up?" I was like, "Yeah, the dudes come out last. He said they send the 40 chicks out first, and if it's cool, then the dude comes out." Like, see, that's how deers operate, dude.
Well, that's speaking of the deer. This is, the land of the red buck, which is right here in this little area, which is what I was mentioning. Like, we have
I see Abba.
This is the area where like the foundation by Rockefeller would be like a little bit further down here on the Great Lakes, than Hyde Park. So like
Doomsday got wrecked.
So it's interesting that this is the land of the red buck, and we have all this buck symbolism coming up and all this disclosure.
The Ani, dude, see that word right there? Ani. We just went over the Anion's crawl, Straits of Anion.
Yep.
And Ani, she, Na.
And the reason that look at the way the language.
Yeah, that's why that's why I decoded Dakota a while ago.
Yeah.
Dakota.
But this came from me just looking into a film that Reagan had sent me about with similar symbolism that you're seeing with all this buck symbolism and deer symbolism that is in all this, like Leave the World Behind, Disclosure Day. It seems to be related to
that Robin Hood show that I love, Chris. The goddess of the forest shows up as like a buck, like a buck spirit.
Yeah, that's what Reagan was saying too. It's like the first, I guess like the first version of the feminine goddess that they present is usually like a buck, and then it eventually becomes the alien goddess.
Yep. And
So
remember, so with Dakota, remember I showed you guys the Dada, which is like a king. Dada is, you see Da, Ko. Ko is like a leader. If you see Ko all over, the word Ko, that's like a chieftain.
yeah, buddy.
Just kind of FYI, you'll see that everywhere, like Wis, Khan, and you'll see it everywhere. I'll get out of the way because I'll just keep it's everywhere.
But I'm pretty sure that was. Yeah, I mean, I want to look more into these drones, and eventually I'm going to come back with a lot of information on the Brazil stuff and the like the Peru stuff. I'll give a little sneak peek of what I'm thinking is going on.
Sure.
Let me see if I could pull up my notes really fast. Okay, where the hell is
It's so
it?
wild how little we know about South America. I mean, Moonfeather and I broke down Cayenne, and that led us down a path all across the realm. Oh, remember Perry? Peru.
Exactly.
Bro, I forgot Perry. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue.
And this is where the face peelers supposedly were, which are they're saying there's these advanced, like they even call them people, but they're wearing these technologically advanced suits that make them have some sort of cloaking capability, and they ride these circular hoverboard sort of things. They say. Who knows if they're just making some of it up? I don't know. But the weird thing is, if you look at Peru and like the history of these massacres, at least the ones that they're telling us about, like there's so many shady. I don't know. Well, there's connections to the stories now that people are connecting with the face peelers or the pelacaras, like where you have people back in like the 1980s who were survivors of these massacres, which are between like this group, the Shining Path, they're communists, and the government of Peru, who are basically going back and forth. And you have survivors who are saying they're seeing these guys go around in hoods, like with masks on, which is exactly what now they're saying the face peelers are wearing. Just, so you're getting little aspects of these stories from survivors of these massacres. So I'm almost wondering, like, is this like a playground for some, some sort of black military project, some mercenary group, some group with advanced technology that just likes to, take people? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Looking for.
But I'm definitely going to be looking into these massacres and trying to look up some actual information that's off Wikipedia.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you think it's 411? Do you think it's South Americans' version of 411, or do you think it's
I don't know. It's weird that they put this in mainstream news for like a day or two when it happened during the lockdowns, and then they just stopped talking about it. And there was some, I mean, it could be cartel, it could be anything. But I do think it does seem like there is some sort of advanced technology these groups are using to grab some of these people. And I'm like, and I want to know about the tech.
Well, in the 411 stuff, survivors have spoken of cloaking things.
Yeah. Or like, robots even who like looked like one of their relatives. I remember the one kid who survived said like he saw his grandma, but his grandma was acting weird, and then basically it was like a mimic. Yeah, it's like a mimic robot or something like that. There were all these other things in the cave that he was taken into.
Bro, you might want, if you find any clues in it, I would try and see if it's similar to 411, where they get the bodies are left near a river or.
Well, yeah, that's what's happening with the face peelers. They get thrown in the river usually after. So that's one thing.
Do they have their shoes on? The American ones.
I'm not sure about that, but they'll be missing their face, which is weird. I know that's not really a 411 thing, but with some of these other massacres that I was looking at, it's like the bodies disappear, but they say the bodies disappear because they put them in a mass grave, but they never find the mass grave. Or the bodies disappear because they blew them up or lit them on fire and they never find the remains.
So, bro, this is where, I mean, if you look at the millions and millions of skulls underneath Paris in the catacombs there's millions of skulls there.
Yeah.
Stacked up. And people are like, oh, there was a big old reset. It's like, you sure? There was a bunch of not cool stuff going on. And they took out a population with, sophisticated weapons. Could be a lot of different things.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think nothing's off the table, in my opinion.
The weird thing is when I was seeing people. The weird thing is when I'm seeing people, even on the Wikipedia articles, that obviously none of them are connecting at all to. They're not supposed to be connecting to anything supernatural, any sort of face peeler, advanced tech thing. None of that's supposed to be in here.
It's a cover up, man.
But when I'm seeing like people, like survivors say they saw men in hoods wearing something crazy to disguise themselves, then I'm like, all right, something's going on, and I'm finding it in multiple different stories. I just can't remember which ones right now because I was looking at it like right before we went on. I probably won't be able to even find any of them right now at this point. But yeah, that's
how do you hear about these?
The face peeler thing was all over the place, and then I started seeing that there were actually like real people from Peru talking about it, and it's like kind of almost like a legend, like a urban legend down there. So they like, be careful because the face peelers will get you. And it could be, it could be anything. It could be a cartel, could be some sort of military group. I think they did actually give an explanation when the last event happened, saying that it was miners, I think they said it was like illegal miners who were using jetpacks. That's what the government said, that's insane to me that they actually tried to say that's what was happening. So that makes me think there is something that's a little bit strange going on, because why wouldn't you just say it's cartel or it's miners? Why would you add the jetpack part? Like, obviously something weird is happening. They're using some sort of tech.
Oh, a bunch of Boba Fett's, man.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. What do they call them? Mandalorians.
Mandalorians down there. Exactly. Yeah, I can't find these goddamn any of these survivor things right now. I don't want to keep clicking through all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we had to pop.
But yeah, I'm gonna start looking into that more and then come back with the information once I have it.
I don't like the idea of being like harvested.
Nah, man. That's why it's wild that and then it's not just there, it's like also Brazil. Like it's all throughout that region down there. Like weird shit happens.
Dude, they do it in China too, man. Do it all over the place.
Just like testing advanced weaponry basically on these people.
Dude, I saw something dark. I mean, the actually hunting people is a thing that aristocrats do in like Europe and stuff. Like, there's a lot of accounts of that.
Yeah.
Like real ones, like not like actual real cases. Like,
and if you look into every one of those Peru-based massacres, like the way they do it, it's like very graphic. Nothing is like just simple, people were killed. Nope. They're like killing children, like 6-month-olds, lining people up, burning them alive. It's like insane.
Well, that goes back to that. You were asking me what I thought about the Aztecs, whole industrial murder that they tell us about in the history books in school.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing, without even reading anything, was And supposedly they threw them in the cenotes in the Yucatan, right, where like Cancun and stuff is. The cenotes are just use your regular brains, you know. Why would you put dead bodies in your main fresh water source?
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. It would make more sense if it was just the blood, because they were probably drinking it. But it wouldn't make sense if the bodies were put in there,
No,
because
they
they
would
should know.
contaminate it.
They should know better.
No, that's how you'd poison your own well. Like, no morons would do that. No civilization.
Now, unless the priest class had a different water source that they were using, and they just were getting rid of parts of their population.
Well, in my opinion, it's an excuse on where do these people go. It's in my opinion, it's a reclassification. They did the same thing in Americas. In America, they reclassified people as different people, like Indians and stuff. I did share a while ago about the Trail of Tears and how there were no quote unquote Indians on this Trail of Tears. It was all people being told, go and get some land over there in Oklahoma and stuff. It was no Trail of Tears, what you're told and your emotions and all that. I followed a couple families. I found some names and I was like, let me just follow their path. And they were just, you know, like so-called white people, you know, taking their whole family and moving out west. The same thing with that gold rush in like California and stuff. There was no prospectors out there panning for gold, bro. It was, hey, we're taking this over, come over and help us. There wasn't a bunch of retard miners there. It was, let's populate this. It's kind of like how in like China, so like the Spanish in like the Philippines and all that, that's mainstream. They brought people over into like Mexico and stuff, and they started calling them like Mexicans and stuff and reclassifying them. That's why you get this fake big thing of the Clovis people came from Asia. It's like, no, you just brought them over here like in the 1800s.
Yeah, and then that actually pops up in the Peruvian massacres. That when you're looking at them, you start seeing stories of how Chinese are involved, and Chinese groups are involved somehow. Like they're bringing. I guess it's probably exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the lie is a big one, and it's tricked everyone. Again, you'll talk to Chris, talk to some people that you know you consider or have high-minded in a way. How was America populated? I guarantee you they'll mention Clovis and all that, and the land bridge.
I got Clovis first.
The land bridge. Like, dude, you know how many seafaring people? Get out of here, man. Like, it's hard for me to. Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends because I'm just like, that's ridiculous. You're quoting the fakery, you know. So
there is some weird stuff that came out recently with the skulls being with the holes in them, and being Native American, or they were saying Indian, and it looked like they were basically like kind of sort of cannibal. It was like part of like a cannibal type thing. I don't know if that was a ritual thing. I don't know what it wasn't confirmed, I think, until a few years back, and they tried to not talk about it for a long ass time, and I don't know why.
Well, there's that idea. We have this romantic idea of I'll just use the word Indian, and because America is India, it's India superior.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over Indiana. Look into it. The Tennessee River, you know, it's India, and we have this romantic thing like, oh, when an Indian kills a deer, he eats the heart and gives, you know, gratitude to the spirit animal and all this. Or there was a group of psychos that would go, cool, and you want a piece of that spirit. Oh, how honorable. What about if you start sucking out your enemy's brains? Okay. and doing that and going, oh, I'm taking in a human's spirit. How about that? That kind of takes the romanticizing of, oh, the Indians were so in touch with nature. You sure? And I don't know. I'm not saying that as a fact. I'm just throwing out potential, different ways to think.
Yeah, and that seems to be like a tale as old as time with the eating of a person's sort of blood or cannibalizing them and then getting their powers.
Yeah. And I mean, then you have trophies. I mean, in the Predator movies, right? They polish the skulls and the vertebrae in their trophies.
Yep.
So that's in Hollywood, right? And we know that these psychos run that, and that they also tell a little bit of what they got going, what they do.
Exactly.
That could be a thing, right?
Exactly.
Keeping trophies and stuff.
Exactly.
In their power, and all the adrenochrome stuff, right? They put cannibals. If you're eating fast food and certain processed food, you're eating human flesh, and you're a cannibal and not even knowing it. The Planned Parenthood stuff ran by Bill Gates's father. Bill Gates's father started Planned Parenthood, and they take baby fetuses and they put them in your food, and you eat them, and you don't know it, but you're a cannibal. And if you eat human flesh on a just regular body biology way, not even a spiritual thing, you get certain diseases.
You get that it's like they say protein fold, but it's like a mad cow.
Yes, you get the mad cow. You become a mad cow in your brain. And what have we noticed? A complete decaying of society and dumbing down and retards everywhere you look. The masses, the whole herd is sick, and they just keep pumping them full of aluminum and you name it, and they eat this and eat that.
Actually, if you see tribes that do that too, you'll see that a lot of them, their stomachs are distended, or I guess that's the word, right? Or they basically look like, they're permanently bloated.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's something that can happen from that. But I mean, you're also getting sick at that point too. Your nails are going to start going yellow. You're going to start having problems. Yeah, distended belly, swollen belly. That's right.
Oh, dude, that Rob Reiner guy, bro, they were roasting. You guys have probably seen this on the internet. Some of his roasts, they do that like roast.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about roast. They were like, "Don't let them around your kids." Everyone's laughing.
Yeah,
how much he loves minors. Everyone laughs. It's like, what in the actual what? Those cats, there's sickos in our faces on a wholesale level, on a realm-wide level. They've taken over. They beat the last regime, and and that started, in my opinion, 1400s and battling all the way through, and they're just in cleanup mode, and that's this current realm-wide regime that runs the place.
So what should people expect for 2026 is the real question.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. 2026 is gonna, guys, the darkness agendas are not going to slow down. They're going to get worse and worse and worse. They're going to try and track and trace you and tag you. You've got, you already have things in your body that you can be tracked and traced, and they're already doing the Internet of Body things. They're already taking over different signals and frequencies. Things are not going to get better by
I'm in trouble.
By relying and hoping they're going to get better. Astrologically, complete wreckage in the financially and the astrological stuff, wreckage. And this is why you find a lot of people hoping oh, the comet will save me and all that. It's like, because y'all that believe in that kind of stuff are coming from a place of scarcity, and you want to be Calgon, take me away from all this. And that's why y'all believe in that stuff and all these culty type feel good love and light and all that stuff. And those are cult, and those are come from the same people that are trying to kill you. So your airy fairy stuff is literally you can trace it back to the same groups that we've been talking about. Literally, guys. So I know most people don't want to hear this, but you need to resist. 2026 is not going to be some. I wish I could tell you, oh, we're just gonna. I wish I could tell you that, but we're talking. Okay, let's live in. You still got to do stuff, right? You still got to like keep the lights on and things like that. Financially, cats are going to get wrecked. You already know it, things like AI and stuff, which, take over jobs or whatever, menial tasks. AI is garbage, in my opinion, but it can take over menial tasks. All the supply chain stuff and all the different things that you're used to, it's not going to be the same. Things are going to get more expensive. Things are going to be very changed. Dude, 2026 is going to be, since 2020, things have changed. And it's not going to not keep changing for the suck year. So I wish I could lie to you and tell you, oh, just feel good and you're a special. I wish I could just tell you all, you're just so special. But I've been saying this stuff the whole time. I told y'all all about 2025. I was talking about 2025 all through 2024. I was like, most will get wrecked. And so many other things that I would say on repeat. And most have gotten wrecked. And 2026 is not going to be any easier. So y'all better figure out who you are and what you're about. And another thing I've been saying is we're going to know who's who out here. You're going to know who's who when pressure is applied. And authenticity, that's why I'm always getting on these cats out here, man. I don't like these gurus. I don't like these people out here, dude. They are BS artists, grifters, or they believe their own nonsense. And they're not actually empowered. They're making you feel good because they tell you stuff that makes you feel good. Everything's gonna be okay. And when you transition and you lose this avatar, yeah, sure, whatever. But while you're here, you know what I mean? You need to really be rocking with some real ones and become a real one if you haven't already. And forego that airy fairy feel good nonsense that gets you nowhere. You be feeling good on your way to the freaking digital gulag.
Yep.
And not resist nothing. And just pretend some comment's going to come get you, or pretend I'm just going to float away. Okay, well, fine. Go away then. Float away. But for me, I'm trying to accomplish things. I am high maintenance, so I don't want to live under a bridge. Although I have spotted out, if I had to, I got a couple nice bridges I've already scouted. I can make a nice little campsite, you know what I mean? But I'd rather not. And a lot of people, Chris, they're not built for this, man. I'm telling you, man. Things have been pretty good. And these people have a plan. These other people have a plan, and they are not slowing down.
And I want to show everyone something real quick from the X Prize Foundation 2012 archive member list that I just found. Because we got a lot of people on this list. James Cameron, Elon Musk is down here, Barry Silverstein. So
James Cameron partners with NASA.
Ray Kurzweil, yep, exactly. Adriana Huffington. All right, so this was all back in 2012, the X Prize Foundation, well before X was given to this clown here. So don't know, anyone who says that Ray Kurzweil and Elon Musk are on opposite sides of anything are insane. And then if you look at their government partners, NASA, U.S. Department of Energy,
the Department of Energy is responsible.
and the United Nations. The United Nations.
The Department of Energy is responsible for getting you on the Internet of Bodies. They are fudging up your bodies electrically, energetically, and they are fudging. The Department of Energy is one of those departments. They are militarized against you here in America, in the United States of America.
And the majority of these people apparently are getting paid a lot of money by this group. That's what I was seeing, that like a lot of the people are actually getting a salary from them. So that's quite interesting. But they have archived all this. This is all gone now. Probably because they didn't want Musk associated with some of these people. But yeah, just wanted people to know that this was here. I just caught it on some other guy's Wikipedia, the guy who I think currently is said to have founded it.
Okay.
But yeah, man.
I just continue my little rant. Yeah, they're all members. If they're members of that group, it's obviously not good, and they're all buddies, and they're butt buddies, and they're like, how do we continue our plan to kill everyone?
Yep.
And poison their entire realm and everything like that. And I don't know if they're lizards or they think they're going to fly away to their bunker or go into their bunkers. I don't know if they're even human, or just totally lost psychos, and they're just on their death mission, death cult, not just a murder cult, but an actual full-on destroy everything death cult. Who knows? But transhumanism, right? Move your consciousness into machines, and that's for them, and they think they're going to live forever. They don't want to, quote unquote, die, or if they do, they want to keep their consciousness. And
they're scared.
For now, I mean, I told y'all, dude. Me and my homie, man, we were like, we're out of crypto, but before Thanksgiving. And when you listen to other people, what have they been saying the past month and some change? Just until maybe a week or two ago, like it's gonna moon. It's like we're looking at the numbers, the inflows and outflows, cash inflow, cash outflow. We're seeing all the we're seeing outflows, and we're like, see you later, we're out of here. So who are y'all listening to? You're gonna be rich, are you? Do you have any idea what 2026 is going to bring? It's still part of the lunar cycle. We have a total lunar eclipse coming in. If you don't think things are going to go even lower from a crypto standpoint, in 45 days before the lunar eclipse in March, January 17th, 18th, you're crazy. You're out here listening to financial people who don't know shit. I told you I've been in silver for now 20 years now. I was in, precious metals 20 years ago. I've been through that. I've been through in crypto now freaking 5 years. I'm still in it, but I'm not holding right now. I'm bouncing in and out as it goes down. So who are y'all listening to? We just told you about these things. I told you a little bit about history, about how fake it is and the amount of inversion it is. And now you're dealing with those same people that lied to you about history, about tech, about everything, and now they're trying to murder and kill you. If you guys, I don't know where everyone's head's at. If it's so far up their own rear ends, I have no idea. But this is not the time to be pretending everything's going to be okay. Unless you're just trying to not be around, and that's fine.
It is weird how they're trying to make this Age of Aquarius come sooner too.
Yeah, are we not?
I'm not even really supposed to be in it yet. We're a ways away, I'm pretty sure.
See, I heard different. I thought we were in the Age of Aquarius.
Oh, some say, but I mean, technically, the sun's still rising. I think on the ecliptic, and were we just in Pisces? So
see, I don't know who to trust because different people, Chris, have different like calculations on that. So I really don't know. And that's one of those things where I haven't sat down and go, let me figure out the age of Aquarius. I'm like, that's one where I outsource a little bit.
yeah, it's supposed to be like where the sun rises on the nearest the, I guess, the equator. Like what constellation in that area
Well,
will it rise in?
2035 is a time, is an end based on the celestial luminaries. After 2025, there's like no more like innovation, evidently.
It definitely does seem like that because it doesn't look like there's any new stuff even in media coming out after next year. Things are looking real slow.
Yeah, and see, I agree with this statement, but also having SS Johnny, if you had 10 million US dollars right now, would your experience be a little bit better? Would that take off some stress? I bet you it would. So there's some pragmatic, practical things that have to be done in this current transactional environment that we're in. It's an illusion, but you got how much? What do you use when you go pay for gas? Right. So this is where you're not wrong, but also let's not be naive and go, I don't need money at all. Well, yeah, philosophically, like, yeah, sure. But you actually do, though. You know what I mean? So, yes, it's like usury. It's a spell. It's a take. It's very evil and dark in its current form. This medium of exchange that's built on nothing. It's just they took over the ledgers and realized they could take over the trade and now print and give you money and take actual real assets and have everyone battling and never coming up. That's their scheme. But let's not be silly though. You need some fiat. You know what I mean? Like you need fiat.
Yeah, it's just a system we're in.
It's a system we're in. So let's not pretend everything needs to be hunky-dory. Yeah, it's very controlled. It's manipulated, and it's to steal it's to keep you poor. That's correct. But knowing the video game, knowing where the manipulation is, can actually benefit you. And knowing their code, what they do, you can actually position yourself and make. If you want to change things, right? You go, man, my city is horrible, right? The politicians are a bunch of PDFs and cannibals, and they steal everything. But you go, okay, let me talk to my boys. And you go, and they go, I can't really join your resistance right now. We got to go to work. I can maybe take a day or two off, but or you go, hey guys, tell you what, I'm going to fund this resistance to better our city. Get 1,000 of your boys together. I'm paying everyone, that's what the lizards pay people to create chaos and instigate and do. That's what they do with their money. They put bricks out on the corner. They pay people $20 an hour to go destroy a city. Imagine if you had that money and you paid people, instead of destroying the city, removing all the PDFs and taking over the area and going, we're going to get our farms going. You know what I mean? We're going to clean up. We're going to get it. We're going to get all these lizards out of here. Like, you see what I'm saying? But also on the just immediate, what's tomorrow? I got bills tomorrow, dude. Got electricity bills.
Happy New Year's.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where that thing is. Like for me, I'm like, make all the money you can. Why not? Are you an alchemist? Are you a decoder? What's the point?
Which if we were all smart, we'd all be paying each other, making each other money, but
I already have
it just won't happen ever.
peer-to-peer, Chris. I already have a financial ways to deal with a community, but no one buys into it. They just talk shit. They talk this ideological utopian society. I'm like, hey guys, I have unstoppable currency, a medium of exchange that no one can see how much you buy or sell, who's sending where. Anyway, it's right now. I got it. It exists. It literally exists. People are like, I'm like, all right. I'd rather PayPal you. Okay. Well, you rather use their shit? Okay. Like this pretend talk it actually, in my opinion, see, I'm a decoder. I'm a programmer. And not just cutesy talk. The Ronin experience is not about cutesy talk, by the way. Ask Stacy. She's been around a while. Ask Sick Mosh. The homie's been around. Ask Esme. They've been around a while. This is not just for me to talk cutesy. I'm trying to starve the beast, folks, in every practical way that I can. And if that means I need to use this code, what's one thing I need? I need all the fiat money I could get. You can't eat it. Well, yeah, it's because I have garden. I raised beds. You know, I'm doing the best prepper thing that I can in the suburbs. But I need land. How much does land cost? Well, 500 grand to 5 million. Cool. I'm going to get 5 million or at least 2 million. I'll figure it out. If you think you know this realm, if you think you know the Fibonacci, I use the Fibonacci sequence to make money. And I mean that quite literally. Every day I pull a fib on a chart. It's a golden ratio. And it shows me exactly how the money is going to move. And I'm not joking. It's called technical analysis on a chart. You can also put the astro charts on it too. It works. So if I need land, what do I need to get land? I need money. Cool. How do I get that money? I'm going to use my freaking decoder skills to get money. What are we talking about here? Sorry, Chris.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Rich as shit. I want you guys to have a ridiculous amounts of money. Learn this code. Stop listening to people and figure out a way to make your style better. Yes, take your shoes off and touch grass and ground and touch sun. Yeah, all that. Yeah, sure. Do your push-ups. Don't eat GMO. Don't eat food with placentas in it. But also, you know, so anyway, Chris, just wanted to share that.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, the answer to this question is 100%. There was no haggard Cherokee getting pushed along poked and prodded along the trail as they trudged along. No, I'll have to look up an old Ronin experience, and I'll show you exactly. You just look up a family. Look up families on the Trail of Tears. Some of them took water like rivers from here, Rome, where I live. I live at the beginning of the Trail of Tears, at least by the Etowah. The Etowah. It was all families going out west, like so-called white, right? There was no prisoners being pushed along. Indians aren't what you think they are. I'll have to find it and show you my little decode that was only I'm just sharing the people that were involved on the Trail of Tears. And just one family I followed. There were hundreds of other families in the same situation. They got their wives, their kids, taking a wagon on horses and all their supplies. Some of them took water, like water, if you know the old school waterways here in Rome, because I also live next to Roma, the Etowah, follow the Etowah River. That takes you out that way. But the answer is yes. I'll have to find it. But I take my videos down. They only last 6 months. I remove all videos. They have a time self-destruct thing. So I appreciate the new homies out there, but just know this is not your, I like to have a good time, but also there's some serious talk sometimes. No, Indians are Indians from India, but yes, they're also part of the 12 tribes in the Confederacy. But this is also where you get Judah. I don't know all the 12 tribes off the top of my head right now, but the answer is yes. The Hebrew is American, aka India. India superior. This is also Asia superior. So the answer is yes. But they're also Indians. Indians is a beautiful word because I'm in India right now. India, the country, that shit was not called India 100 years ago. 120. Look up when India was officially called India. Then look up what it was called before that. Hindus and Bharat and all that. Oh, it was named after the Indus River. Was it? Get out of here.
This chief of the Choctaw tribe looks like a white dude.
Oh, well, they're going to...
George Washington Harkins.
Well, if you want to know... Oh, man. So...
I don't want to get you all back into it.
Yeah, but
I just randomly was clicking on some of them.
Look up the prince that went with George. Look up the Wash. You have Washing is a tribe like the Wichita, Washington. George was an agent of who was the king of England at the time?
George.
Was it King George?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so names are titles. George Washington also went with one of King George's sons. He was a prince. He was like 17 years old. The reason they sent him with their guy, their agent, George Wichita, Washington, is to translate because they spoke the language of the Indians here because there was cross communication well before. Okay. That kid, that prince, was a dark-skinned, he wasn't a white dude. He was a so-called black dude. And look at the famous painting. When you see George Washington and you see like a little black kid in the background, that's King George's Jorge, right? Hey, his son.
Oh, look at this. Look at this real fast before we leave. This is a tribe. It's almost like the metaverse tribe, Metis. And you have this, which is literally, if you just what's the name of the one that a metaverse is using? It's this symbol, but it's just in 3D where it's like the what the hell's the name of it? I can't remember it now. You know what I'm talking about?
Like Ouroboros and stuff.
That's an Ouroboros or a infinity type symbol, but Metaverse uses a goddamn... Are they not going to give me a freaking logo?
It's funny. Some stuff I can't remember. Some stuff I do. I'm retarded, guys.
I love how they're not going to give me a... I love how they're not going to give me a logo for... Where's the... Here we go.
Embrace
this. Look, right there. Whatever the hell. I don't even care what the name of it is because it's the same goddamn thing as that.
Yeah. Meta.
What is going on here? What's going on with that? That's weird. We gotta look into that.
Metis? Yeah. Mischief. I like how they're called mischief.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. That's a bit strange.
Moshe. There's Moshe right there for you.
Yeah, that's very, very, very strange. Gonna have to definitely look into that. It's almost like it's like they worship Metatron, maybe. I don't know. But definitely gonna look into it. Just thought I'd share.
Yo, no, that's good.
That's wild.
That's kind of new. I think George Washington was an agent of King George. I think they were two separate people. I haven't heard they were the same, but nothing is off the table in my opinion. But King Jorge, Khan Jorge, yeah. Look up the name, Chris. Can you look up what was this is fun. What was the name of Washington D.C. before it was called Washington D.C.? This will blow your flippity flapping minds, folks.
Wasn't it Rome?
Well, I thought it had some other name.
Yeah, let me see.
Well, I'm gonna do a search. You do a search. Let's see what we come up with. Previous name. Oh God. This when you do this type of research, it takes time and it's not territory of Colombia. Good Lord. It had like talking pre-Columbian or what they say Colombia. It had a name. This might take a longer search because they're not gonna say
Rome, Maryland. Oh, historical myth is Rome, Maryland. A common historical footnote claimed the land was once called Rome. In 1663, the landowner named Francis Pope, when 400 blah 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 blah, jokingly named it Rome. But it was on a stream called the Tiber Creek.
Tiber.
They're saying that it didn't. This is a myth.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So, welcome to Rome, folks. But do a search before. What do they call that? Like European, before like. It had another funky name that was like not just Rome. I heard, but there was guys. It had like a Native American type name, like an Indian name.
That would make more sense.
What the Indians call Washington D.C. Oh gosh, you guys are gonna have to. It's not gonna give you this info like on a 5-second search. You have to like dig because they hide that shit.
Is it Brookland? Nope.
Okay, well that goes back to our cayenne flow of the brew.
That's a neighborhood actually there, I think.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, Maryland.
Brookland. There's a Little Rome, Little Vatican, Brookland in Washington D.C.
Well, Brooklyn in New York, Breckalon or something like that is related to the Karasi people. The Karasi people. There's that Kari again, and that actually relates to the Cayenne down in Guyana and across to Ghana and back. So follow the cayenne pepper, and you'll see cayenne going all the way to Brooklyn and the Karasi people.
Exactly.
We spoke about that earlier this year. Moonfeather was talking, Moonfeather and I were bouncing the ball back and forth. But guys, look up what was Washington D.C. in the Indian words before it was Washington D.C. and Rome, and maybe before. I don't know if it was Rome. I feel like it had some like, Indian type of thing.
Saying the Piscataway people were there. Piscataway is a town in New Jersey, right by where I'm from. So maybe it was that too. I don't know. But they're not giving me anything.
Well, I have notes on all this stuff. I just can't remember it. I'm sorry. I have books on this probably. I probably have books on this actually. All my books are from either the 1800s or the first half of the 1900s. I just shared a book about Jamaica with a friend just because he's from Jamaica. If the homie later, if Truth listens later, man, I sent you a book about Jamaica in 1700s. Ya Maya. Can you look up Ya Maya, Chris, real quick? Ya Maya.
Yeah, Maya.
Ya Maya. And it's Yoruba connection. Look up Ya Maya
Mm-hmm.
and Yoruba, and you'll see this is why I say this
Mother
is
of
weird.
fish children. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but this is what I call Jamaica. I call it Ya Maya Ka, Jamaica.
From the
And look up,
Yoruba religion, right?
yeah.
Mother of, I'm getting like a fish.
Mermaid still? Oh, he's still on
Yeah, like
mermaid?
a goddess mermaid, Yoruba goddess of the ocean.
Yeah, Yamaya. So it's with the E.
Yeah.
Yamo, and you see how it has all the different spellings. This, in my opinion, is Jamaica. Yamaya Ka. Yamaya. Maya.
Mm. Mermaids, yeah,
Yamaya.
man.
Come on.
They say it's like the Virgin Mary, Virginia. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, Chris.
Jamaica.
You don't get this from other people's stuff. I hope you guys. I hope you guys appreciate the Rona experience, man. Because that's why I don't. Could you imagine like trying to put a presentation together? I've done it. It takes me forever.
Oh, and just so everyone knows, offerings to Yamaya on New Year's Eve are when they are primarily made. So
Hey, sync up, synchronicities, man.
there's your sync.
That's funny. Fish. It's mother-child fish. Mermaids. Mermen.
Eastbound and down, baby.
Shout out Eastbound and Down. If you guys really want to learn anything, watch Eastbound and Down. It has everything covered. That was the best show ever. But anyway, let's get out of here, man. I hope you guys are able to make sense of whatever silliness we're talking about, especially me.
It was a fun night.
Yeah.
Everyone enjoy their new year.
Yeah, dude. Everyone enjoy their new year. It's the year of our Lord, Gregory.
Still a bit away for you, a half hour away for you, a little whiles away from me still, right?
There's a full moon this Saturday on the 3rd. What does that mean to you? I don't know. But amazing. So much love and gratitude. I wasn't trying to be dark earlier. I was just trying to be serious. Like take this life serious in a way, but also stay playful at the same time. Stay playful, not too serious, but focus and really use any of your code, any of your savviness, anything you think and use it to improve your experience here. You don't need to suffer.
Exactly.
Get out of your situation. You don't need a comment to save you. You can save yourself. You can figure it out yourself.
Exactly.
Support the real ones. Support the underground because you might need us sometime. Real ones, support the real ones.
Send some love. Hit that like and subscribe, etc., etc.
Yep. I mean, yeah. 2025 was me the year of I'm not going out of my way to really help anyone. Guys, you have no idea the shit I was about. I was ready to go on a plane to Romania and South Africa and to better the realm by taking out some lizards who had stolen a lot of money from people. So when I'm like, I'm not support people don't support me, then and you know what I mean. You got to support the real ones and know who the real ones are. I don't get paid. I don't ask for money. I don't have super chat. I don't have any way to pay me. I do this for free. I don't have a program to join. You know, so you got to really support some of the realest cats out here, man. And why, you know, you got to know a grifter from a dogma, from a, you know, you got to know who's who, and you got to know yourself is most importantly, actually. Look in the mirror. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do this year about anything? Is you going to shrivel up and die? You're going to feel bad? You're going to rely on a comet or some savior from the sky to save you from the clouds? You know what I mean? Or are you going to try and make things happen and better for yourself? What's the point of knowing a bunch of shit if you can't use it to improve your experience here in this realm? You know? So.
Exactly. Much love, everyone.
Massive love. Dude, I'm not, man, I'm usually happy-go-lucky, bro.
Nah, you're good, bro.
All right, cool. Tommy Rogers, appreciate you, young lady. Great show, guys. Much bruv to all in season's best. Much bruv to all y'all, yo.
Appreciate you, brother Ronin. And we will both see you all soon.
Much love. All right, Chris. Are we
Right,
good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right, cool. Appreciate
All right,
you. Later, guys.
Later.
Crush. All right, later.